How's it going, guys? This is the Hobbyist Magic channel. My name is Michael, encouraging you to enjoy the hobby of magic, whether that be through magic trick tutorials or magic reviews. So consider subscribing if you haven't already. I also wanted to give a huge shout out to my members, my channel members, both at the supporter and insider tier. You guys are the best and I appreciate you supporting me. And if you want to get in on that, there's exclusive content at both levels, as well as some other things. So check that out if you'd like to dive even deeper with this channel. You can click the join button below. But with all that said, there will be no further interruptions from me throughout this video, so let's dive into the magic. So this is a trick I've thought about sharing for a long time that really goes way back for me. So it's basically just a combination of two techniques, the Cardini change and a really old, if you know this sandwich effect, where you have your sandwich cards here, and then you just grip this card here, and when you slide the cards out, right, it will most naturally just come together. So there's that sandwich effect, and then there's the Cardini change. The only thing you need to add is a control to the bottom. So if that sets you on your way, that is totally okay. Just leave a like. But those are the inspirations and the combinations. And so far as I know, I've been around almost 20 years in the magic world, but it's always possible to miss things. But so far as I know, this is kind of my own little spin on those techniques, combining them into a fun little sandwich effect. And so what you're gonna need is your sandwich cards prepared like so on top of the deck. So you have face up and face down, face to face on top of the deck. And then you're going to have a card selected, but obviously when you control that card, you're gonna control it to the bottom. When you control that card, you gotta be mindful of, like, if a pass is your preferred method, you don't wanna shift the deck where those cards would get lost. And so it's either, like you could do a diagonal palm shift, a card control basically where you don't shift the deck, or if you're gonna shift the deck, if you're gonna do a pass, you need to cut the card in. Okay, so it just matters for that one reason. So let's say you have the card selected and you want to do a pass. You're gonna cut the cards, have them place it inside, keep your break, whatever it might be, and then you can do whatever pass you want. I do like a Herman pass. I'm not in a good spot for it right here, but there you go. And if you'd like, you can check out other videos I have on card controls, but that's the basics, is that you need this on bottom and you need these here. So there you go. From here now, we're gonna do the Cardini change like I mentioned. And for that, I do have a dedicated tutorial, but I'm gonna go ahead and share. I'm really passionate about this change. I just love it a lot. You're gonna grip the cards mainly here. So in my subordinate hand, you'll see this is the anchor point, like the top here, as though I'm doing this. That's part of the grip that makes it unique from a dealer's grip, where you have the index here. You're here. That frees these fingers to move around, and they're going to be maneuvering this card. The main finger is honestly the pinky. So the pinky gets to do a lot of work here. These fingers are involved. They're more in the guiding sense, but the main, like the driver of energy, is that pinky pulling this card down. So these cards are deep in the hand. You have this freedom here to pull down, right? And then this dominant hand, my left hand, so you might want to mirror this if you're right-handed, is doing coverage. So, you might have seen this. There's other creators that have gotten creative with how fast or slow they do this part in their subordinate hand, and then where the hand placement is here. So I'll refer to those, but I'll leave those, you can check those projects out yourself. But one in particular I'm thinking of is like Ego Change from Daniel Garcia, right? But other than that, you kind of have this situation. And also, I guess while I'm shouting out people, Luis Costa is the guy who kind of trained me personally in my Cardini. He's sharing it with me. But so yeah, there you go. Cardini change, and you can just experiment with the flick and everything. And so usually the cleanup is to go here, right? And while we're just giving general Cardini tips, I would say, you know, where people, at least myself, I used to get in trouble by flattening my hand straight out, and that would make this kind of peekaboo out here, and then I'd clean up. Obviously that doesn't look right. So what I do is you want to keep your hand bent, and it extends as you go into that bottom position. So that's for a standard Cardini. Once you've done that part and you go into Biddle grip to clean up, you're rotating the deck, and see these fingers, they don't fully extend until we've gotten into place. You don't want to just immediately flatten out, okay? So that's for your standard Cardini. Now for the fetch sandwich version. Presentationally, I like the idea of saying, you know, because it's a bit surprising and quick. So you could say, now I need 2 helpers for this. Let's see. Boom, there's helper number 1. And let's see if we can find the second one. So you can kind of pause here for a second, right? You can even kind of like adjust the cards. It's like, okay, I found one, let's find the next. And now you're here in position for the sandwich. So this index finger is gonna pretty naturally contact the bottom of the deck. And then the thumb here, it's the same. And you're holding the deck in Biddle grip and you're just tearing that sucker out. Okay, so yeah, you pull out and you're kind of in this position. It's not the prettiest display just because of the mechanics of how it works, but obviously you can kind of get it into a nice position there. You say, oh look, these 2 cards have fetched your card. Okay, and that's the name fetch. I came up with this and the name when I was like in 8th grade. Camera died, but that was it, so hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. If you want more, you can check out the membership for some exclusive content. Pick up some merch from the Magic merch store. I also have a journal for magicians. You can check out all those links below. And if you want more free content, check out the video that YouTube is recommending to you right now. But until next time, keep enjoying your magic, stay a hobbyist at heart, and I will see you guys in the next video.